What's up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to a special video. So today, as usual, we're not going to be checking out a song. Today, we're going to be checking out something different for the first time on this channel. And this is the entire history of the world, I guess. That's the video we're going to be checking out today. And this video is requested by our good friend Joe. So thank you so much for requesting this video. And thank you so much for supporting the channel.
Hi, you're on a rock, floating in space. Pretty cool, huh? Some of it's water. Fuck it. Actually, most of it's water. I can't even get from here to there without buying a boat. It's sad. I'm sad. I miss you. How did this happen? A long time ago,
I like
actually
the
never,
vibe.
and also now, nothing is nowhere. When? Never. Makes sense, right? Like I said,
Wait,
it didn't
hold
happen.
up,
Nothing was never sad. I miss you. How did this happen? A long time ago, actually never, and also now, nothing is nowhere. When? Never. Makes sense, right? Like I said, it didn't happen. Nothing was never anywhere. That's why it's been everywhere. It's been so everywhere, you don't need a where. You don't even need a when. That's how every it gets.
It's I guess it does make sense, but it's confusing, but at the same time it does make sense.
Forget this. I want to be something. Go somewhere. Do something. I want things to change. I want to invent time and space. And I know it's possible because everything is here and it probably already happened. I just don't know when to start. And that's exactly where it started.
Wow, it's so
I
confusing.
paused it. I think there's a universe now. What's it made of? Corks and stuff. Ah, that's a thing. In a place. Don't like it? Try a new place. At a different time. Try to stick together because the world is going to get bigger and emptier. But it's not empty yet. It's still very full and about 1 jillion degrees. Great news. The quarks are now
these
happily
are like
married in groups of
milliseconds
3
of
called
changes,
a proton
right?
or a neutron. And there's something else flying around too that wants to join in but
Yeah,
can't because it's still too...
electro.
Great news. The protons and neutrons are now happily married to each other. Some of them even doubled up. Great news. The electrons have now joined in. Congratulations. The world is now a bunch of gas in space. But
Hydrogen
it's
and
getting closer
helium.
together. And it's getting closer together. And it's getting closer together. It's a star.
Fusion
Shit just got
reaction, I
made.
think.
Some stars burn out and die. Bigger stars burn out and die with passion and make some brand new, way crazier shit. Which allows newer, more
Oh,
interesting
and I
stars
like
to
this
be made
vibe.
and
It's
then die
quick,
and
it's
explode.
snappy.
So now stars have cool stuff around them, like rocks, ice, and funny clouds, which can make some very interesting things. Like
Funny
this ball of
clouds.
flaming rocks, for example. Holy shit, we just got hit with another ball of flaming rocks.
And becomes
it kinda
the
made a
moon?
mess, which is...
Yeah.
Weather update, it's raining rocks from outer space. Weather update, those rocks
Weather
might have had water
update.
inside them and now there's hot steam in the sky. Weather update, cooler temperatures today and the floor is no longer lava. Weather update, it's raining. Severe flooding alert, the entire world is now an ocean.
Yeah, it floods.
Volcano alert, that's land.
I like these little
What?
additions of music, like dun, dun.
Something's alive in the ocean. Oh cool, like a plant or an animal? No, a microscopic speck. It lives at the bottom of the ocean and eats chemical soup, which is being served hot and fresh, made from gnarly space ingredients left over from when it was raining rocks or whatever. Oh yeah, and it can do that. It has secret
Multiply.
instructions written inside itself telling it how to build another one of itself. So that's pretty nifty, I would say. Tired of living at the bottom of the ocean? Now you can eat sunlight.
Yeah,
Using a revolutionary
photosynthesis,
technique,
right?
you can convert sunlight into food.
It's like an advertisement.
Side effect, now there's oxygen everywhere and the sky's blue. Then the earth might have been a snowball for a while, maybe even a couple of times. It's a sponge, it's a plant, it's a worm and some other types of weird strange water bugs and strange fish. It's the Cambrian explosion. Wow, that's animals and stuff. But we're still in the ocean. Hey, can we go on land? No. Why? The sun is a deadly laser. Oh, okay.
Oh, this ozone is still in. Okay.
Now the animals can go on land. Come on, animals, let's go on land. Nope, can't walk yet.
Man,
And
this is
there's no
like
food
a
yet, so I don't care.
summary of my
Okay,
biology
will you learn
lessons.
to walk if there's plants up here? Maybe, said
So
some bugs
cool.
and fish.
It's the amphibians, right?
Okay, so I can go on land, but I have to go back in the water to have babies. Learn to use an egg.
I was already doing that.
Use a stronger egg. Put water in it. Have a baby on land in an egg. Water is in the egg. Baby in the egg, in the water, in the egg. Works for me.
Works for me.
And now everything's huge, including bugs. Want to see a map of the land? Sure. Oh fuck, now everything's dead. Just kidding, here are the survivors. Keep your eye on this one because it's about to become the dinosaurs. Here's another map of the land.
Oh,
yeah, it broke
they
apart.
become
Don't
the
worry about it. It does that all the
dinosaurs.
time. Here comes a meteor.
Oh, there was 2 extinctions. I didn't know that.
It's mammal time. Here come the mammals. Look at those breasts.
I mean,
now
I
they're gonna
did.
dominate the world.
Probably
One of
I
them
have
just learned how to
forgotten.
grab stuff and walk. No, like walk like that and grab stuff at the same time.
Yeah.
And bang rocks together to make pointed rocks. Ouch. And set things on fire. Ouch. And make crazy sounds with their voice, which can mean different things. That's a human person. And now they're everywhere. Almost. Ice Age. What? You can walk over
Oh,
here?
now they're
Cool.
walking. Yeah.
Well, I guess we're stuck here now. Let's review. There's people on the planet, and they're chasing their food. Fuck it, time to plant some grass. Look at this. I control the food now. Now everyone will want to be my friend and live near me. Let's all build houses, except mine is bigger because I own the food. This is great. I wonder if anyone else is
That
doing
is
this.
crazy,
Tired of using rocks
like,
for
how
everything?
things,
Use metal.
you know,
It's underground.
changed.
Better farming was just invented in a sweet dank valley right in
Farming
between
was
these two
all
rivers,
the-
and the animals are helping. Guess what happens next? More food, and more people who came to buy the food. Now you need people to help make the food and keep track of the sales. And now you need houses for people to live in and people to make the houses. And now there's more people and they invent things, which makes things better. And more people come and there's more farming and more people
Yeah,
to
and
make
more
more things
and
for
more.
more people. And now there's business, money, writing, laws, power. Society. Coming soon to a dank river valley near you. Meanwhile, out in the middle of nowhere, the horse is probably being tamed. Why is all my metal so lame and lumpy? Tired of using lame, sad metal? Introducing bronze, made with special ingredient tin from the far lands of Tinland. I don't know, my dealer
Tinland?
won't tell me where he gets it. Also, guess what? Meanwhile, out in the middle of nowhere, they figured out how to put wheels on a horse. Now we're getting somewhere. Also,
Now we're
China.
getting somewhere.
And did I mention Indus River Valley civilization?
Yeah. Mesopotamia.
The Middle East is getting more complicated. Maybe because it's in the middle of the East. Knock knock, or clop clop. It's the people with the horses. And they made an empire. And then everyone else copied their horses. Greeks! Ah, look, it must be the Greeks. Or a beta version of the Greeks. Let's check in
Wait,
with
what?
the Indus River Valley civilization. They're gone. Guess who's not gone?
Wait,
China. New arrivals.
so by the time of the Greeks, the Indus were gone? Like, we were separately taught Indus, the Wangho, the Euphrates and Tigris in Egypt civilizations, but I never had the idea about, like, were they overlapping? I can't remember.
I was talking about, or their cousins or something.
In the
And they
Iranians and
wrote some
Europeans.
hymns and mantras and stuff. We could
what
make a
it
religion
takes.
out of this.
Indus,
There's the
yeah.
Bronze Age collapse. Now the Phoenicians can get down to business. Also, can we switch to a metal that's a little easier to find? Thanks.
I
Look who
am.
came back to Israel. It's the 12 tribes of Israel. And they believe in God. Just one, though. He's got like a 10-step program. Here's some huge heads. Must be the Olmecs.
Wait,
the
wait.
Phoenicians. Just one, though. He's got like a 10-step program.
I like commandments.
Here's some huge heads. Must be the Olmecs. The Phoenicians make some colonies. The Greeks copy their idea and make some colonies. The Phoenicians made a colony so big it makes colonies. Here comes the Assyrian Empire. Never mind, it's the Babylonian Median. It's the Persian Empire. Wow, that's big.
That is
the Buddha
big.
was just enlightened. Who's the Buddha? This guy
Oh,
who
the
sat
Buddha,
under a tree
yeah.
for so long that he figured out how to ignore the fact that we're all dying. You can make a religion out of this. Oops, China just broke, but while it was breaking, Confucius was figuring out how to have good morals.
Yeah,
The Greeks just
Confucius
had the
is-
idea of thinking about stuff. And right over
Wait. So the Greek philosophers for after the Buddha and the Confucius? Wow. Wow,
here,
they're a lot
Alexander
closer
just had
than
the
I
idea of
thought they
conquering the
were.
entire Persian Empire. It's a great idea. He was
Alexander
great,
the Great.
and now he's dead. Hopefully the rest of the gang will be able to share the empire evenly between them. Knock knock, it's Chandragupta. He says get the hell out of here.
Yeah,
Will you get the hell out of here
Chandragupta
if I
from
give you 500
India, yes.
elephants? Okay, thanks, bye. Time to conquer all of India. Or most of India.
Yeah, I was gonna say not the southern
But what
part.
about this part? That's the Tamil Kings. No one conquers the Tamil Kings.
Wait,
Who are the Tamil
except
Kings?
for Sri Lanka. It was was it? Wait, I'm here questioning my own history. Yeah. I think it was not under
Probably.
there was a singular king back then. I think just before I think Devanampiatissa, because the grandson of Chandragupta, I think I forgot his name. I think grandson of him. Yeah, I think grandson or great grandson of him became a monk called Nihindu, or we call him Nihindu, and he took Buddhism down to Sri Lanka, and that is how we got Buddhism. Even though the Buddha had visited Sri Lanka 3 times during his time, like years ago, but yeah.
And they've got spices.
Yeah,
I would
we-
like to buy the spices.
Yeah.
Me, said the Arabians, swiftly buying it and selling it to the rest of the world.
Arabians
China put
did,
itself back together
I think
again. With
Egyptians
good morals is
also
their main
did trade
philosophy.
with Sri Lanka.
Actually, they have 3 main philosophies. Out here, the horse nomads run wild and free. and they
Wait,
like to
Taoism. This is the yin and yang symbol, right? Having good morals, go with the flow, obey the law.
Out here, the horse nomads run wild
Oh
and
yeah, for a moment I thought Confucius was. Oh yeah, I think it's China. Okay.
free, and they would like to ransack your city. Let's check the Greekification levels of the Greekified kingdoms. Greekification overload. Bye, said the Parthians. Bye, said the Jews. Hi, said the Parthians, taking over the entire place. Hey,
Wow.
said the Romans, eating the entire Mediterranean for breakfast. Thanks for invading
Yeah,
our
they
homeland, said
did.
the Jews, who were starting to get tired of people invading their homeland. Hi, everything's great, said some guy who seems to be getting very popular and is then arrested and killed for being too popular, which only makes him more popular. You can make a religion out of this. Want silk? Now you can buy it from China. They just made a...
The Silk Road.
Or you can get their own water. Sick, new trade routes, said India, accidentally spreading their religion to the entire Southeast.
Yeah,
That's a
yeah,
good place for an
Southeast
epic trading
got
kingdom. There
Buddhism.
goes
and
Buddhism
Hindus.
traveling up the Silk Road. I wonder if it'll reach China before it collapses again. Remember the Persian Empire? Yep.
So it
said
collapsed again. And the only dynasty I remember is, I think, Ming Empire.
the Persians making a new one. Axum is getting so powerful they would like to build a long stick. Has anyone populated
Wait,
Madagascar
what?
yet? Axum is getting so powerful.
Wait, okay, hold up. I'm just wondering, like, there is so many empires that fell and grew in these parts, like in Persia, Greek, Rome, like Italy, and then coming back here in China and India, like in these regions, like in this area, there's so many civilizations fell and then they grew up again. It's kind of crazy though.
Before it collapses again. Remember the Persian Empire? Yep, said
Yeah.
the Persians making a new one.
Yeah, I
Axum
knew
is
it.
getting so powerful they would like to build a long stick. Has anyone
What is that
populated
actually?
Madagascar yet? Let's do it together.
Okay. Okay.
Still can't cross the Sahara Desert? Try camels.
Hell yeah, now we got business.
Said the Ghana Empire, selling lots of gold and slaves. Hi, I live in the Roman
I mean,
Empire.
they were
and
so
was
rich.
wondering-
I think
Loving Jesus.
the biggest, richest person to ever live in the whole world was from, I think, an empire in Africa, right? I don't remember the king's name because there was so much gold, I think.
No. Actually, okay, sure, said Constantine, moving
Yeah,
the capital way
Constantine.
over here to be closer to his main rival. Don't worry about Rome, it won't fall.
It's the
Wait, what? I didn't know Constantine left Rome. We were told in school that he was the one to accept Christianity, but I didn't know that he left Rome. Like, why would you leave Rome? He said to be closer to your enemies, but still, like, Rome is one of the craziest empires in all of history. I'm still amazed at reading about it, or like seeing a movie or seeing a game, like playing Origins, Assassin's Creed Origins. Like, the sheer size of that empire is
Be
insane,
closer to his main
and
rival.
also
Don't
the
worry about
time he
Rome,
was
it
there.
won't fall.
It's the golden age of India.
Yeah, India
There's the
like
Gupta
had
Empire, not Chandragupta, just Gupta. First name Chandra, the first. Guess who's in Rome?
Barbarians.
What's a barbarian? Non-Romans, said the Romans, being invaded by non-Romans. R.I.P. Roman Empire. Or actually
Oh,
just
it
half of it.
fell.
The other half is just fine. But it's not in Rome anymore, so let's give it a new name.
The Mayans have figured out the stars.
Oh, and here's a huge city. Population everyone. The Gok Turks have taken
Everyone?
over the entire Eurasian steppe. Great job,
Oh.
Gok Turks. How's India? Broken. How's China?
Back together.
How's those trading kingdoms?
Bigger and there's more of them.
Korea has 3 kingdoms. Japan has a kingdom. It's the Sunrise Kingdom. Deep in the Arabian desert, on the top of a mountain, the real God whispers in Muhammad's ear. So he goes down to the cube where everyone worships gods, and he tells them their gods are all fake. And everyone got so mad at him that he had to leave town and go to a different town. You can make a religion out of this, and maybe conquer the world
wait,
as
wait,
well.
wait.
And he had to leave.
I thought this is Prophet Muhammad, so he's like the prophet, just like Jesus came down with the message of God. I didn't know there were other religions.
Down to the cube where everyone worships gods.
So
And
the cube was there? I didn't know about that. Is it older than like even the prophet himself?
he tells them their gods are all fake. And everyone got so mad at him that he had to leave town and go to a different town. You can make a religion
Wow.
out of this, and maybe conquer the world as well. The Roman Empire is long gone, but somehow the Pope is still the Pope. Plus there's...
New kingdoms all over Europe.
I wonder if there's room for Moors. Here's all the wisdom. In a house. It's the Baghdad House of
I think the
Wisdom.
caliphate
Just in time
took
for these...
Spain too, right?
Golden age.
Let's bring stuff to the coast and sell it and become the Swahili on the Swahili coast, said the Swahili on the Swahili coast. Remember this tiny space you have to go through to get from here to there? Someone owns that now. Want to get enlightened in the middle of nowhere? The Franks have the biggest kingdom in Europe. and
Wait,
the Pope
what
from
did
here
he
to there,
say?
Someone owns that now. Want to get enlightened in the middle of nowhere? The
Wanna get what in the middle of nowhere? It's too quick for my understanding.
Remember this tiny space you have to go through to get from here to there? Someone owns that now. Want to get enlightened in the middle of nowhere? The Franks have
I
the
still
biggest
don't
kingdom in
understand what
Europe,
he's
and the
saying.
Pope is so proud that he invites the king over for Christmas. Surprise,
Wow.
you're the new Roman emperor, said the Pope, pretending to still be part of the Roman Empire. Then the Franks
Wow.
broke their kingdom into what will later be called France and not France. The Northerners, or just Norse if you don't have much time, are exploring. They go north, from the
Vikings.
north to the northern north, and they find some land, 2 types of land, and they name them
Green
accordingly.
and
They also invade some other places and get called many
yeah,
names,
they go
such
to
as
America
Vikings.
too.
There's the Rus, the Kievan Rus. Are they Vikings? I don't think so, said the Kievan Rus. Okay, fair enough. The Pope is ready to make some more emperors of the Roman Empire, the Holy Roman Empire. It's actually Germany, but don't worry about it. New kingdoms.
Christianize all the kingdoms.
Which brand would you
Wait,
like?
wait,
Mine's
wait,
better.
wait, wait.
It's actually Germany, but
The
don't worry
Holy,
about it.
I thought the Holy Roman Empire was meant like the Roman Empire. This is way later after Rome fell. My history knowledge is very poor.
New kingdoms.
Christianize all the kingdoms.
Which brand would you like? Mine's better. Mine's better. Mine's better. Time to conquer England, said William. It's a bird. It's a plane.
It's the Seljuk Turks.
Said the Byzantine Empire, who's getting so small it almost doesn't exist anymore. We need help. They need help, so they call the Pope. Hey,
Oh,
Pope,
the
can you help us get rid of the
Crusades
Seljuks?
happened
Maybe
then,
take back
right?
the Holy Land on the way? Come on, I know you want to take back the
Yeah,
Holy Land.
yeah,
Yes, I
yeah,
do
yeah.
actually want to do that. Let's do a crusade.
Crusade.
They did many crusades, some of which almost didn't fail, but at least the Italians got some sweet trade deals. Goodbye, Mayans.
Hello,
And I
Goodbye,
think
Toltecs.
Constantinople, right?
Look at those mounds. There's the Pueblo. I always wondered how to build a town in a cliff. Guess who's here? Come here. Where? Here. And Pagan is there. Vietnam unconquered itself, Korea just became itself, and Japan is so addicted to art that the military might have to take over the government. China just invented
what?
bombs, just became itself, and Japan is so addicted to art that the military might have to take over the government.
So the military
China just
took?
invented bombs and typing. And the Mongols just
Yeah,
invaded
these
most of the
are
universe.
revolutionary
Nice
stuff.
going, Genghis. I bet that will last a long time. Some of the Islamic Turks were unaffected by the Mongol invasions because they were busy invading India. Is it Tonga time? Islamic
They were
Turks
so
were unaffected.
busy invading into India that they didn't, like, they were already there. So they I guess he didn't mind that the Mongolians, I think Genghis Khan, took over their land.
By the Mongol invasions because they were
man,
busy
that is so
invading India.
funny.
Is it Tonga time? I think it's Tonga time. I just found out where the Swahili gets all their gold. Look at this Chad. Means lake. There's an
Yeah,
empire
it's-
there. Right in the middle of it. The king of Mali is so rich he's going on tour to let everyone know. Wow, that guy's rich, everyone said. The Christians are doing a great job reconquering Iberia, which will soon be called Spain and not Spain.
Yeah.
Please remain Christian. We will check in later to see if you're still Christian when you least expect. Whoops, half of Europe
Wait,
just
what is
died.
the Spanish Inquisition?
China's
I
back,
don't know.
yay. Hey,
Wait, is the king of Mali that person that I mentioned before that was so rich that he had so many gold? Is that the person? And what is the Spanish
Here,
Inquisition?
time to share. New
I've-
kingdoms
I've
here
seen
and
memes
there.
about it.
Oh, look who controls all the islands. It's the Mahajapit, Majahapit, Mapajahit, Mahapajit, Mapajahit, Majapahit. Oh, Italy's
Majapahit.
really rich. Time for them to care a lot about art and the ancient classics.
Renaissance.
It's kinda
So
like a
in the
rebirth.
1400s.
Here's a printer. Let's make books. So you think you can conquer the
Gutenberg?
Byzantine Empire? Yep, said the Ottoman Turks. Nice job, Ottoman Turks. Oops, you missed a spot. Don't forget to ban Europe from the Indian spice trade.
Oh, so
That's
now
bullshit,
they go
said Portugal.
in.
Spiceless.
Well, I guess we'll
Yeah.
have to find another way.
Like I was always fascinated by this idea. Like if let's say like all this happened because this is this trade route into Europe, right? The Silk Road comes here, and this is Constantinople before it was renamed as Istanbul. So if it hadn't failed, like they wouldn't be forced. The Europeans would not be forced to take routes into Asia and other places, right? I was thinking if they were not forced, like the history would be so different, right? Maybe at some point they would build ships and go and explore, but they didn't have a reason to do that. But now they do. They need their supplies, and they don't have to go through here or I think pay taxes to the Ottoman Turkish Empire. I think. I always wondered that.
Ottoman Turks.
about
Nice job,
what
Ottoman
could
Turks.
have happened.
Oops, you missed a spot. Don't forget to ban Europe from the Indian spice trade.
Yeah.
What? That's bullshit, said Portugal. Spiceless.
Well, I guess we'll have to find another way to India.
Wait, said Christopher Columbus, probably smoking crack. If the world is round, let's go this way to India. No, don't worry, we already got this, said Portugal. So Chris goes to Spain. Hey, Spain, want to hire me to find India by going around back of the world? No, please, no, please, no, please. Okay. So he sails into the ocean and discovers more
finds-
ocean, and then discovers the Indies and Japan. Let's draw a line to decide who gets which half of the world. The Aztec
Yeah,
and Inca
Spain and
empires are off
Portugal
to a
were,
great start.
like,
I wonder if
big
they know that
nations
Europe
back
just
then.
discovered their continent. The Habsburgs are marrying into so many royal families they might have to start marrying each other. Move over, Lithuania. Here comes Moscow. Ivan wants to make Russia great again. Move over, Timurids. Maybe go invade India or something. Persia just made Persia Persian again. Let's make it the other kind of Islam. The one where we thought the first guy should have been the other guy. Hey, Christians, do you
what?
see? Let's make it the other kind of Islam. The one where we thought
Wait, there are two, I think, Shia and I can't remember the other one. But what do you mean here?
the first guy should have been the other guy. Hey Christians, do you sin? Now you can buy your way out of hell. That's bullshit. This whole thing is bullshit. That's a scam.
Wait,
Hey
what?
Christians, do you sin? Now you can buy your way out of hell.
What do you mean by that?
That's bullshit.
Oh,
This whole
the
thing is
reforming
bullshit.
the
That's a
church,
scam.
right?
Fuck the church. Here's 95 reasons why. said
Yeah,
Martin Luther in his new
Martin
book, which
Luther.
might have accidentally started the Protestant Reformation. You know what would be magnificent? Said Suleiman wearing an onion hat. What if the Ottoman Empire was really big, which it is now? What if Russia was big? Said
Wow.
Ivan, trying not to be terrible.
So the
Portugal
Ottoman Empire was so into Europe that I didn't know.
had a dream that they controlled the entire Indian Ocean, including the spice trade. And then that dream was real. And Spain realized that this is
Yeah,
not new.
they even captured not all, but the coastal region that matters, right? In 1505, I think. I'm not good
But they
with
pillaged it anyway. Damn, said England and France. We gotta start pillaging some stuff. Then the Dutch revolt and all the hipsters moved to Amsterdam. Damn, said Amsterdam. We gotta
Damn.
start pillaging some stuff. Question 1. Can you get to India through North America? No, but at least there's beaver. Question 2. Steal the spice trade. That's not a question, but the Dutch did it anyway.
Yeah, then like it's funny. Portuguese came, then to the Dutch came. I think the king back then made a deal with the Dutch to chase away the Portuguese to help the Dutch in return, but the Dutch ended up taking over the land the Portuguese had.
Guess where all the sugar's made? In Brazil. Stolen. In the Caribbean. And it's so goddamn profitable you might forget to not do slavery. The next thing on Russia's to-do list is to get bigger. Britain and France are having a friendly discussion about who should control the entire world, more specifically Ohio. Then it escalates into a 7-year discussion, giving Prussia a chance to show
7-year
Austria
war,
who's
right?
boss. But what about Britain and France? Did they figure out who's boss? Yes, they did. It's Britain. Guess who's broke? Also Britain. So they start taxing the hell out of America. Fuck you, says America. declaring their
American
independence and
Revolution,
fighting for it.
right?
And France helps them win. Now France is broke. And Britain will have to send their prisoners to a different continent. Wait, if France is broke, why do the king and queen still wear such fancy dresses?
And the
Let's overthrow
revolution
the palace and
happens.
cut all their heads off, said Robespierre, cutting everybody's head off until someone eventually got mad and cut his head off. You could make a No, don't. Haiti is starting to like the idea of a revolution, especially the slaves, who free themselves by killing their masters. Why didn't we think of this before? Wait,
Wow.
who's in charge of France now?
That
said
is
Napoleon, trying
crazy.
to take over Europe. Luckily, they banished him to an island.
But he came back.
Luckily, they banished him to another island.
Wait,
There
really?
goes Latin America, becoming independent in the Latin American Wars of Independence. Britain just figured out how to turn steam into power, so now they can make
Many different types of machines and factories with machines in them so they can make a lot of products real
Yeah,
fast.
the industrial revolution happened in
Then they
the
invent some
UK.
trains and conquer India and maybe put some trains there. Hey, China,
Yeah.
said Britain. Buy stuff from us. Nah, dude, we already got everything, says China. So Britain tried to get them addicted to opium, which worked, actually. But then China made it illegal and dumped it all into the sea. So Britain threw a hissy fit and made them open up 5 cities and give them an island. Britain and Russia are
Wait, what? I didn't know that. I got to know about opium through the movie Ip Man because I watched the first 2 movies and it was mentioned that Ip Man there's a chessboard. Where did the chessboard come from? That he was using opium. That's how I got to know about that. What British did send opium? That's dirty war tactics, man. But hey, there are no rules in war, I guess. But
everything, says China.
I mean,
So Britain
China
tried to
has
get them
everything.
addicted-
Even tea come from China, right? There's one variant that the Dutch took and they put here in Sri Lanka and countries like that, which is called, I think, cha or something like that. And yeah, that's how we have one of the, maybe at least 4 years ago, maybe not now. Like we at least had the 4th biggest
the
tea
opium,
production.
which worked, actually. But then China made it illegal and dumped it all into the sea. So Britain threw a hissy fit and made them open up 5 cities and give them an island. Britain and Russia are playing a game where they try to stop each other from conquering Afghanistan. Also, the
Sultan of Oman
Oh,
lives
so
in
that was just a
Zanzibar
reference.
now.
That's just where he lives. India just had a revolution, and they would like to govern themselves now. Nope, said Britain, governing them even harder than before.
Wow. I think they could.
Technology is about to go crazy.
The United States finally figured out whether slavery is good or bad. It's bad, they decided. And then they continued manifesting their destiny, which is to kill the rest of the natives and take their land and maybe kick out the Mexicans too. I know,
Whoa.
let's rape Africa,
Whoa,
said
whoa.
Europe, to kill the rest of
So-
the natives and take their land and maybe kick out the Mexicans.
Wait, the Mexico was like up here? So the Mexicans. Wow, I recently, my friend shared me also a video about the Civil War. Like they pushed west. And wow, I didn't know about that. I didn't know Mexico was also
do.
pushed back.
I know, let's rape Africa, said Europe, scrambling to
Wait,
see who could
what?
rape it the fastest. They never got Ethiopia. Britain and France are still,
Wait,
said Europe,
what?
scrambling to see who could rape it the fastest. They never got Ethiopia.
They never got Ethiopia. Wow. I mean, yes, like the European nations took all the resources from Africa. Like they literally, I think the British Empire conquered like
Britain and
one
France are still hungry.
over five.
The United
like
States ran out
25% of the
destiny
whole
to
world,
manifest,
right?
So they're looking for more.
Hawaii, Cuba.
Wait, Spain controls Cuba. Well, blame something on them and go to war. What should we blame on Spain? Let's blame the Maine on Spain. So they
Wait,
blame the
what?
Maine on Spain. Now we're in business. We
Wait,
blame on
what?
Spain.
What is that? USS Maine?
Let's blame the Maine on Spain. So they blame the Maine on Spain.
Wait,
Blame something on them and go to war. What should we blame on Spain? Let's blame the Maine on Spain. So they blame the Maine on
50,000? 50,000? Perpetrators of the Maine outrage. What is that?
Spain. Now we're in business. To celebrate, they kick Panama out of Panama and make a canal connecting the two oceans. Britain just found oil in the Middle East. It
Wait,
moves coast
what?
Panama and make a
Crazy
canal.
things like the 20th, I think this is still the 19th century, but so the Panama Canal was made by the Americans. So do they still control it?
Connecting the two oceans.
And British
Britain just
found
oil in the Middle
oil.
East. It makes cars go. China is so tired of being bossed around that they delete their old government and make a new, stronger government, which is accidentally weaker and controlled by a guy from the previous government. Europe hasn't had a
Whoa.
war since the last war, so they start World War I. Look at those guns. It's
Holy.
going to be a great war. So great we won't need a second one. After it's over, they blame Germany. Russia went on strike and the workers overthrew the government. Now everyone's paycheck is the same.
Communism in
Oh.
the Soviet Union.
Is it still the
Arabs
same
revolted,
like
Britain
that?
helps.
Really? Like communism is like one for all for one or something like that? Because like I was reading into it a bit. I have to finish that book though, War and Peace by Leo Tolstoy. I didn't finish. I couldn't finish. I have the big book. Like so many people died because they killed off the big people with the big harvest to even it out. So it was a big revolution. But I still don't understand how it can successfully work.
Now
you
the
know?
Ottoman Empire's gone, so we can give the
Jewish people a place to live.
Hopefully the Arabs won't mind. Let's cut the cake, said Sykes and Picot, carving up the remains of the not-so-Ottoman anymore empire.
Except
Wait.
Turkey, Turkey makes a brand new turkey.
And then the Saudis conquer Arabia. It just seemed like the right thing to do. Hello? Yeah.
Where was... Okay, I'm confused now. So the British helped to make Palestine. And then there was Iraq, Syria, I think. So where was the Saudi then? I mean, there was. I think there's still the empire was there before it was broken up, right? I think.
And then the Saudis conquer Arabia. It just seemed like the right thing to do.
Okay.
Hello? Yes, it's the 1920s calling. Let's get in the car and drive to a party and listen to jazz on the radio and go to the movies. The economy's
Jazz,
great and
yeah.
it'll probably be great forever. Just kidding. Germany's back,
Oh.
featuring Hitler, the angry mustache model, and he's mad at the Jews for existing. Japan is finally conquering the East.
I still
and they're
don't
so
understand
excited
why
they
he's
rape Nanking.
what he's wait whoa, what was that hate he had? You know, I
The
got my tea
economy's great and it'll
delivered.
probably be great forever. Just kidding. Germany's back, featuring
the great-
Hitler, the angry mustache model, and he's mad at the Jews for existing. Japan is finally conquering the East, and they're so excited they rape Nanking way too hard. They should probably just deny it. Hitler's out of
Wait,
control,
what?
so the international community tackles him and tries to explain why killing all the Jews is a bad idea, but he kills himself before they could explain it to him.
That's World War II.
Bonus round, Pacific Showdown, United States versus Japan. Fight!
Yeah.
Let's unite all the nations and have some
World peace.
Seems legit. Hi, I'm Gandhi, and if Britain doesn't get the hell out of India, I'm going to starve myself in public. Wow, that worked. Bonus, now there's
Yeah, it
Pakistan.
did
Actually,
work.
two Pakistans. One of them could be Bangladesh
There
later.
you go,
The Jews and the
Bangladesh.
Arabs finally figured out which one of
Funny he didn't mention about Sri Lanka.
them should
Literally,
live.
this
Actually,
is
two
not India,
Pakistans. One of them could be
dude. This is not India.
Bangladesh later. The Jews
The
and the
Sri
Arabs
Lanka.
finally figured out which
I'm
one
not
of them
wearing
should
a
live
Sri
in the
Lankan
Holy Land.
shirt.
Me, they both said at the same time. Let's divide up the land so everyone's happy.
Wait,
Now, which
wait.
one of them should live in the Holy Land? Me, they both said at the same time. Let's divide up the land so everyone's happy.
Oh.
They both get angrier.
Look out, China.
Wait,
There's
wait,
let's divide
Palestine
up the
and
land
who?
so everyone's happy.
Psych. They both get angrier.
Israel and Palestine. So they are the same country. Okay.
Look out, China. There's a new China in China. What's on the menu? Communism. No thanks, said the other China, escaping to an island. I wonder which one is the real
So
China.
Taiwan
There's
is
the Korean
the-
War.
it's
Korea
still
versus Korea.
disputed,
Nobody
right?
wins, then it's on pause forever. Let's meet the sponsors. Oh, it's the two global superpowers. They're having a friendly debate over which economic system is good and which one is an evil virus of Satan. And they both have atom bombs. Fight! Wait, no, that would be the end of the world.
No.
Let's just keep it cool and spy on each
Chill.
other instead. And make sure we have enough atom bombs. I'll race you to space. Now let's make some more countries fight themselves. Europe is tired of pillaging other continents, and the continents they were
They
pillaging
go
are tired
back.
of being pillaged. So here's a new map with new countries. Now you can't tell who they're being pillaged by. The United
Yeah.
States finally decided whether race
Yeah, neo-colonization, like, you know, like countries like ours, like many countries in like in Africa, they get so much loans from countries like China. It is neo-colonization because that country get loans and make infrastructure, and basically you can't pay them back. Obviously, that's too many high interest rate and too much high debt. So basically, they do end up owning that whatever the infrastructure is built
So here's
in
a new
that
map
country.
with new countries. Now you can't tell who they're being pillaged by. The United States finally decided whether racism is good or bad. They decided it's bad, and the world agrees. South Africa might need another minute to think about it. Let's check the world population.
Wait,
Whoa.
what does that mean? South Africa. So they what happened there? Is it still the times of Nelson Mandela? I'm not sure about
It's
that
bad,
though.
and the world agrees. South Africa might need another minute to think about it.
Apartheid.
Let's check the world population. Whoa. Okay.
Yeah.
Technology's better too. That might keep happening. The Soviet Union decides to relax a little and accidentally falls apart. Europe
Wait,
makes a
really?
union, so now they can all use the same money, except Britain because they don't feel like it. Let's check the mail. Surprise, it's on the computer. Whoops, someone just attacked.
They got out from the European Union, right? So they don't use euros anyway now, I think.
Except Britain because they don't feel like it. Let's check the mail. Surprise, it's on the computer. Whoops, someone just attacked
Oh,
America. I
yeah.
bet they'll remember that. Phone call. Surprise, it's in your pocket. Want to learn everything? Surprise, it's on the computer. Now your phone's a computer, which is in your pocket. Whoops, the economy just crashed. Don't worry, the big banks won't fail because they're not supposed to. Surprise, flying robot.
Wait,
economy
what
just
does that
crashed.
mean?
Don't
Too
worry, the
big
big
to
banks won't
fail?
fail because they're not supposed to.
I think the government skipped printing money to give the banks. I think something like that.
Surprise, flying robots. With bombs. Want to print a
Wait,
brain?
what?
They're not supposed to. Surprise, flying robots.
Drones.
With bombs. Want to print a brain? Some people have no friends.
Wait,
Some
was-
people
is
have no
that
food.
Osama
The
bin
globe is
Laden?
warming.
And the ocean is full of plastic.
Let's save the planet, said everybody, not knowing how. Let's invent a thing inventor, said the thing inventor after being invented by a thing inventor. That's pretty cool. By the way, where the hell are we?
Man, that has to be one of the best YouTube videos, and rightfully so. It has 155 million views. Like, imagine the work he had to put 20 minutes, the whole history of the universe, to just 20 minutes is insane. And I think he didn't leave out any major fact that you should know. It's all like, and it's so fascinating to, like, you know, most of this stuff is not everything, like maybe 50% of the stuff was taught to us in our school, and it's so cool to remember all these little things and how important these are the most important, like the highlight reel of ours, right? Like, I think a person should know how we got here, like what like this technology, this opportunity we have to communicate through like you guys are literally watching this, like I'm literally watching this, so it makes you appreciate that even more when you know how it got here, because all these things are like turning points in a way, like maybe direct or not, but these are kind of like turning points in our civilization. For me, at least, I'm still wondering, like I used to do when I was back in school, like the biggest turning point, maybe the Ottoman Turks. Like there are maybe bigger turning points than that, like, you know, inventing the wheel or something, but at least for me in the modern times, like 600-700 years back, I think that is them capturing Constantinople, forcing the Europeans out of their comfort zone, like pushing them to go find routes, and in a way giving them an opportunity to explore, right? Like now they literally went out, like went out and capture all these lands and explore. Like it's pretty crazy to think about that. How the world suddenly expanded. It's like in 400 years the whole world is a one known place. There are no hidden places in the maps. I remember watching Pirates of the Caribbean, how, like, I think Lord Beckett mentions, like, the map is being filled. There are no place for anybody to hide, right? That is something crazy to think about. And I really like how he, like, you know, if you go frame by frame, this and taking time to, you know, if you're like a student learning history, this is very important. You could go frame by frame and like see the little details, think about that, get a note down. But the way he continues and adding little jokes, little animation, that little singing he does, it's so funny. It doesn't feel like it was 20 minutes. I mean, I could watch it like 10, 20 more minutes and still would be like, yeah, wow, it finished. Like, it's such a well done video. Big props to Bill for making this incredible video. And also, it's so funny the way he like something big happens, like something very, very like crazy happened in history, and it's like, yeah, that happened, yeah, moving on. It's so funny in such a way, like how he goes through all these crazy events. Like, these are, like I said, the kind of like the highlights, the main stuff that happened that I think people should know, at least, you know, to a person should know his history. Like, I think that is important, not just to knowledge, but to understand how we are here and why we are here and what should we do next. So I think that is a very important thing. But anyways, thank you so much for our friend Joe for sharing this incredible video with us, and thank you so much for supporting the channel. And if you guys like me to check out more videos just like this, like interesting stuff other than music and songs, please let me know down in the comments. I'll be more than happy to check them out. So I'll catch you guys in the next video then. Peace. So yeah, a big thank you for Space Cowboy, Joe Church, Jimbo, Treyman, Jimmie, Susan, Wenwei, Taylor Armac, Brad Baker, HiddenEye, Shadowship, Cathy McMahen, Dennis White, Sominexx, and Edmund Strolis for supporting the channel.